Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Road Wave 3 with me, Alpha Pi Omega, in the Kaiserliche Marine, the navy of the German Empire. So it is 1905, and we have had quite an interesting situation developing in our little world. So first of all, there is now an ongoing war between the United States and Spain. And to my big surprise, Spain is winning so far. It sank 2 American ships already. I mean, it can turn at any moment. I'm not saying it won't, but it is interesting to see Spain actually hitting back. Second thing that's actually really interesting is that there truly and very likely is going to be very soon a war between Italy and Austria-Hungary. And with the fact that Austria-Hungary has so many allies, I really don't know how the game is going to react to this. So we're gonna see. As far as we are concerned, we have the worst relations with Great Britain, where we have the mild animosity, which is level 7. Then Spain, with which we have strained relations, and with everybody else, it is awesome. We have, stainless relations with the United States and Japan, and we have good relations with Russia, Italy, and France, and we have an alliance with Austria-Hungary. So that is actually pretty darn cool. But again, the world is dramatically escalating into a full-blown major war. So we'll see how it's going to go. I would actually really like it if America joined, or United States joined Italy in the war against Austria-Hungary, because then it would be a really big major conflict where it wouldn't be completely one-sided. Well, we'll see. Tonnage comparison is another very interesting thing to see, because this year was unbelievably dramatic for all of the fleets. I think that, and I believe I saw this before already, though I never really tracked the game in such detail as I do here. But all of the fleets, all of them with the exception of Spain, which lost a major amount of its fleet during the previous war, have actually written off large portions of their fleets. Great Britain lost 110,300 tons. Italy 21,300, France 84,600, USA 23,100, Russia 46,500, Austria-Hungary 17,900, and Japan 21,800. We haven't added a single ton because we were just rebuilding, and none of the new constructions came out of the dockyard, and Spain added 4,800. I actually started tracking the total tonnage here so you guys have a little bit of an idea of the differences, and we have dropped all the way to less than 2.4 million tons. The difference year on year is 320,700 tons in the negative, which never happened before in this game. And again, as I said, I never really tracked the game in such detail, so I never really noticed that there would be such culling years, or what you want to call them. But I believe that due to the situation in the world and the age of many of the ships, the AI just decided to scrap their oldest ships, and it did it across the entire board so that there wouldn't be any inefficiency. So it's kind of interesting to see how it changed. The important part is also that our share has dramatically increased to nearly 11.3%. So because we keep a good care of our ships, we try to refit them and rebuild them, refurbish them, and keep them going. We have no immediate need of scrapping large portions of our fleet. All of them are combat worthy. And that means that, we're sort of dramatically increasing our share, which makes me really happy. So yeah, that is really darn good. And if we get a little bit higher, we're going to actually get to an equal share of the total power, which would be really, really, really good. I think that the equal share at this point would be something like 12.5%, so we are nearly there, which is really good. Economy is also doing good. I've actually mentioned that before, but it's great that we have managed to get to the trend line, because we are now on where the game is where the Excel is calculating where we should be, because you can see that we are actually hitting exactly the line. We had 4 years where we were significantly below our expected income, but the years before we were above, even dramatically above. So right now, the 146,120 Reichsmark that we have now, which is a 23.7% increase year on year, is where we should be. Our stability, though, is rated at D- by me, because not only do we have extreme expenses, but we barely have any cash at hand. We have only 3,048 Reichsmark, which is 2.2% of our yearly budget, which is extremely low. But there is a reason to it. You guys all know that. You saw the last episode where we put 2 more König von Preußen into construction, and based on that, we are spending insane amounts of money, and it's gonna get much better. But we really need to, for at least a couple of months, limit our expenses once we get back to the positive numbers, because we really need to build up back to at least 10,000 Reichsmark at hand. Or in hand, I guess would be the right way to put it, because we really are short on cash, and that's not good. Total expenses currently, as you can see, are at 115%. Ship cost went up by 11% as we keep upgrading and improving our ships, but construction went up by 87%, currently at 63.98% of our overall expenses. So yes, we're investing most of this insane amount of money into construction. Yearly budget simple overview. You can see here that we are increasing yet again, very close to 140,000 Reichsmark. Research was really good as well this year. We gained a level in hull construction, in fire control, 2 levels in turrets and gun mountings, 1 level in armor-piercing projectiles, 1 level in fleet tactics, and we gained a level in naval guns. So overall, a pretty good year. I actually should check I didn't look at it for a while, the research of, or the technologies of each of the great powers, if we're ahead, behind, average, stuff like that. Fleet overview. Well, no changes in the battleships. We now have 12 heavy cruisers with 3 being built. We have 15 light cruisers, we have 10 destroyers, we're building 1 extra corvette, and we have a submarine, and we are building 3 more. Now, there is no difference in active ships year on year, but as I mentioned, we are now building 3 heavy cruisers, so that's going to be a big difference. We're also, I think, right in the middle of rebuilding the Weisenbergs. And I went through all of our ships, and I decided that the next priority for rebuild is going to be Hertha, and we're going to prioritize construction of König von Preußen. I would like to build a couple more, because that ship should be in the upcoming decades the workhorse of our navy. Now, I already made plan for I think it's called König von Bayern. I need to check my notes, but it's gonna be like an upgraded version of König von Preußen when we decide the time has come to build that one. So it's gonna be a follow-up design. Here, let's just go through it. You can see that almost all of our ships are being rebuilt. Here are the König von Preußen constructions. Friedrich I is gonna be finished. I still haven't fixed the typo here. It's gonna be ready next month, which is gonna save us a big amount of money. And then Friedrich Wilhelm I and Friedrich II are gonna come next year in October. Hertha needs to be rebuilt. That is a ship, one of the few ships that we haven't really refitted since the start of the game, and it is a ship that we had since 1890. So we really owe it a full-on rebuild. We have the Victoria Lewis rebuilds, all the first Bismarcks. Prince Heinrichs were recently rebuilt. Lübecks are rebuilt. Gazelles are now all rebuilt. Hella is currently undergoing a rebuild. Geffions have been all rebuilt. But I checked Geffions and they could actually use another refresher. They're aging quite poorly. And then the destroyers we already know about. So, bases and fortifications, no differences here. But we actually are probably going to start building some bases this year, because I have went and spent quite some time rearranging and dividing our navies, or our navy, into specifically 2 fleets and 3 squadrons. We're going to have the Baltic Fleet, the Northern Sea Fleet, and we're going to have the Horn Squadron, the Indian Ocean Squadron, and the Liaotung Squadron. So, well, I actually already gave them orders. You're going to see that, to move to their respective destinations, and we're going to probably start getting a huge amount of messages about not having enough basing in some of these locations. So I'm going to have to see. An officer corps. A little bit of a difference in the Captain Zorza. We get 4 more. We get 1 less admiral and 1 less frigate and captains. But what I wanted to show you is that I actually went ahead and I went through all of the older presentations and gathered all of the data. And this is the officer total year by year. You can see here that it keeps gradually increasing, as we all knew and saw, with a little bit of a peak in 1893, then it dropped a little, but it has been pretty much constantly increasing every year since then. What's more interesting, though, is the officer corps ability share, which I put together from the numbers. And I'm kind of surprised because, it verifies my idea that the below average share is really not getting smaller. It's actually, I guess we would need a little bit more data, but from the looks of it, it seems to be relatively stable. What increased is the average amount of officers that we have. The above average also is not really increasing or decreasing. What's decreasing is the unknowns. So yeah, it's kind of interesting to see. I wonder if we're gonna see further development in that. It's pretty interesting to see how the numbers are operating in the game, because I was really expecting that the Academy would have a huge effect on getting more above average and less below average. And what it seems to do is, while these 2 categories are the same, it keeps boosting the average middle. So yeah, interesting to see. And that's the end of the report. So I'll jump into the game and see you in January 1905. Okay, so here we are in the game, and I'm gonna start by showing you what I did with the fleet, because that's gonna affect us pretty severely during this episode. So, when we look at the division editor, you will see that we now have a number of command squadrons. Is the Baltic Fleet... Wait, let me do it this way. So we have the Baltic Fleet Command, which is 5 ships, Northern Sea Fleet, which is 1 ship, Indian Ocean Squadron, 1 ship, Horn Squadron, 1 ship, and Liaotung Squadron Division, 1 ship. Okay, these are actually supposed to be renamed, so let's just get rid of the division here. That makes no sense. Okay, so once again, Baltic Fleet Command, Northern Sea Fleet, Indian Ocean Squadron, Horn Squadron, and Liaotung Squadron. And each one of these independent leadership divisions has a number of supports. So when we look at the Baltic Fleet Command, it has Donau as the flagship, and there are 4 Deutscher Kaiser ships with the Donau. This is our biggest command group, and it is pretty decent. And it has the BF 1st Heavy Cruiser Corps, BF 1st Light Cruiser Support, and BF 1st Destroyer Screen. So as you can see, I am actually putting this short abbreviation in the front to remind myself which of these divisions belong to which fleet. So we can see that we have the BF, meaning Baltic Fleet 1st Heavy Cruiser Corps over here. It has the 5 fierce Bismarck ships in it. Then we have the 1st Light Cruiser Support here with the abbreviation BF in front, which is all of the Lübecks in it. Some of them are moving from Northern Europe to the Baltic so that they can join the fleet there. And then we have the 1st Baltic Fleet Destroyer Screen, which is over here. Though this one is actually not a screen, it's a support, because for some reason still I can't set destroyers to screen. It's just independent support and core. So I'm gonna put them on support and just hope that that works. The Northern Sea Fleet is actually organized completely different. We have only one battleship there, the Elbe, of the Donau class, and it has 3 support squadrons as well, or divisions. I need to remember to not mess those words up, because there's a difference between them. At least I'm setting it up that there's a difference between them. So the Northern Sea Fleet has the Northern Sea Fleet first heavy cruiser core, first light cruiser support, and second destroyer screen. So the heavy cruiser core is actually currently comprising of only my bad. So this one has the 5 First Bismarck, First Caprivi, First Schwingfurst, First Below, and First Sakhalin ships, all of the First Bismarck class. And we have also the light cruiser division here, and that is not... No, okay, so I've done a little bit of a mistake here. So this heavy cruiser core. Oh, because, yeah. Okay, see? I made myself a mistake. Okay, this is gonna take a little bit of time to use to, but I apologize. So I was looking at the wrong division. This one is in the Baltic Fleet. We want to look at the Northern Sea Fleet, and that is correct. This one has the König from Preußen, our first ship of the class, and the 3 Victoria Louise class ships, Victoria Louise, Marie Claire, and Iron Isabel. As we're gonna get the 3 extra Königs, they're gonna be added here instead of the Victoria Louise, and these are going to be moved probably to radar duty. So they're going to be a completely separate division. We're going to spread it out maybe in the... maybe I could put them as a second cruiser support to the Baltic Fleet, where they would work as hunters, but they could be assigned to the Northern Fleet Sea as well, depending on who we would fight. Okay, so that's the cruiser one. Then we have the light cruiser support for the Northern Sea Fleet, which you can see here. Gazelle, Zebra, Ibex, Topi. All 4 of the Gazelles are here. And then we have the second destroyer screen. So we have them here. And the squadrons. Indian Ocean Squadron has the battleship Weissenberg, which has already been refitted. So it's moving to, or it's actually in Indian Ocean already. And it has 2 ships in the first cruiser division for the Indian Ocean Squadron, and 3 ships in the light cruiser division. So I'm making this our 3rd biggest fleet, again, for the reasons that I mentioned before, as Indian Ocean basically covers the movement of ships from the Mediterranean through Indian Ocean to Asia. And even if you want to move from Asia to America, you would have to pass through here. I don't think there is a way to not move through here. I mean, you can go the other way around, but still, this is a pretty important place for the game. So that's why I want to have a big presence there. So the cruiser division and the light cruiser divisions have these ships. The cruiser division has both of our Prince Heinrich class ships there, which we refit recently, Prince Heinrich and Prince Adalbert. And we have the first light cruiser division, which has Gefjon, Niobe, and Ariadne located there. So we actually have 6 battle-worthy ships there, which I consider a pretty good deal. The Horn Squadron is located in the... actually, it might lead you to believe that it's the Horn of Africa, but I actually made it as these, I'm calling it as a Horn Squadron because it's the Horn of Africa, the Southern Horn. It's just, because I like that name, it fits. So they're located in Southern Africa. And right now, we don't really have that many ships there. We have just Battleship Worth, which is not even yet refitted. So this one needs to be fixed. And then we have the Light Cruiser Division and 1 cruise divisions, each containing only one ship. So the Horn Squadron, where are you? Okay, so here's the White Cruise Division. It has one of the Gaffions, the ship Amazon, and the other one is over LS. So okay, that's a typo. No, that is not a typo. Yeah, this one is assigned wrong. This is supposed to be the Hertha. Is where? Because LS is the Wehrtung squadron, so this one shouldn't be assigned here. It should be assigned to the Wehrtung. Okay, so we're gonna have only one support ship there. The White Cruiser Amazon. Okay, so there's gonna be only two ships there, Worf and Amazon, and you are not supposed to be assigned to these, but you are supposed to be a core for the Auto Squadron. Okay, so my bad. Again, you can see that, I did a lot of changes here and I experimented with it a lot, so I apologize if it's a little bit confusing. It's gonna get a little bit more clear once we are finished. And the Wehrtung Squadron actually has no ships in it, because this is where the currently being rebuilt battleship, I think it's Brandenburg? Yes, Brandenburg. So Brandenburg is going to be assigned to that division once it is done and moved to Wehrtung. And we are going to have Hertha as a support to this one. Again, that's why I said it needs to be rebuilt, because its speed is getting really bad and it's having quite a lot of issues, and it's going to have two support White Cruisers of the Gaffion class, Medusa and Electra, so there's going to be 4 ships there. Again, our priority in this is having big presence in the Baltic and in the Northern Europe, because those are our territories, our core territories. Then Indian Ocean is the secondary priority, and then Horn of Africa. Again, I know that it's this, so please do not correct me when I say that, but it's like, maybe I should rename it to the Cape Squadron. I just like the name Horn Squadron. So Horn Squadron is going to be in Southern Africa, and the Wehrtung is going to be here. And when we build more ships, the older cruisers are going to be on battleships, are going to be relegated to these areas. So I hope that I explained it at least a bit sensible. I apologize for all the mistakes that we have just discovered together, but it's just what it is. And as you can see, the ships are already moving, many of them to their new destinations, so we're gonna see what the game will keep telling us about that in the upcoming weeks and months. With that said, I think we can end the turn here and see what the next squadron is going to bring. The next squadron, next month, Jesus Christ, my mind is all over the place. So we commissioned 3 submarines. König von Preußen has finished her working up, and a spy from Italy has been discovered. What do we do? Give it maximum publicity. They should pay for that. And we get a research breakthrough in machinery development. Preheater, 1% weight saving on machinery. And we are close to mastering torpedo protection. Torpedo protection 2? Or is that 2 exclamation marks? Torpedo protection 1 exclamation mark, I guess. And in a battle in the Caribbean between the Spanish and US navies, the US ships Destroyer Roe, Battleship Delaware, Destroyer Chaucy, and Heavy Cruiser Huron have been sunk. My God, Spain is just on a roll. They sank 2 destroyers, a heavy cruiser, and a battleship. Nice. Nice. Okay, Captain Susan Hepfner of Battleship Donau is promoted to Grand Admiral. We have, I think, a place in command of Donau. Okay, Captain Susan Kettner of Battleship Brandenburg is promoted to Grand Admiral and placed in command of the Wehrtung Squadron 1st Cruiser Division. I actually had to move a lot of our Admiralty around into the squadrons, and still there are a lot of... I actually assigned everyone who was at least average, So the game is now filling up the blanks with the ones that we do not consider worthy. Grand Admiral Krumhar byl ambitious post in command of the first Light Cruise Division of IOS. That's the Indian Ocean Squadron. Okay. Frigate Captain Bouts of Liebeck is placed in command of the Hornet Squadron, first Light Cruise. Yeah, a lot of movement. We've commissioned 3 submarines. Koenig von Preußen has finished her working up. I thought that we got the second Koenig von Preußen this month. I guess not then. Frigate Captain Hartmann is promoted. Research breakthrough in machinery. We're mastering Torpedo Protection 1, I think, and the Battle of the Caribbean. Yep. So yeah, we're in an immediate danger of falling into a deficit. Yeah, because 0. Game, really? You bastard. Okay, so it's halted the construction for these 2 ships. That's gonna put us into positive. And once these 2, the rebuilds of the Hella and Koenig von Preußen are done, we're gonna resume the construction. So Friedrich I is commissioned into the Navy. Now our ship, a light cruiser Hella, has finished the reconstruction, and Great Britain and Japan have let their treaty lapse due to rising tensions. And we are well on our way to understanding quality control. Research breakthrough, fire control, automatic range transmitter, gradual national accuracy improvement. And research breakthrough, subdivisions and damage control, torpedo protection 1. Okay, enable torpedo protection 1 on ships. And in an engagement in the Caribbean between the Spanish and US navies, the Spanish ships destroyer Almirante Valdez and light cruiser Infanta Isabel have been sunk. USA lost destroyer Barry. Okay, so they didn't give it to them for free. So intelligence report from USA, they're rumored to have secretly increased naval expenditures. Wait, they should, they're getting their ass handed to them. Russia is refitting their battleship Borodino with central firing. We have Captain Zurza Hartmann in command of Friedrich I now. Hella has finished reconstruction. Okay, we've seen all of that, the research breakthroughs. And we have more ships in the Indian Ocean that our bases can support, and same in Southeast Asia. Okay, so our tensions have dropped a little. We're getting a huge amount of money now, so we can resume construction of these 2 ships. And we're still in positive. That's good. So the ships in service. The new ship, Friedrich I, is going to join... it's the Northern Sea Fleet. It's the Northern Sea Fleet Heavy Cruiser Corps. So Northern Sea Fleet Heavy Cruiser Corps. Yep, we have the Koenig von Preußen, Victoria Luise, Marie Clara, and Iron Isabel. So we're going to add a ship here, the new one, Koenig von Preußen. And you are going to be actually made a flagship, and then we're going to put it back to Koenig von Preußen. Sure, why not? Yeah, so let's have it like this. Cool, so that's that. And it said that we have more ships in was it in Indian Ocean or West Africa? I forgot. Damn it. Wait, we can see messages here. Indian Ocean that our bases can support. Base capacity 10. Oh, we need to go to the area overview, don't we? Yeah. Okay, so we can see it here. Indian Ocean ship base requirement 20, and we have 10. And the second one was Southeast Asia? I don't think we have anyone in Southeast Asia. Yeah, it's just a ship passing there, so that's not an issue. Okay, so we really need to improve the base in Indian Ocean. So let's look at what we can do there. In Indian Ocean we get pretty much just Tanganyika, so If I improve naval base, 500 per month for 18 months will improve it by 10. Yeah, we can do that. That actually puts us in a little bit of deficit, but it's gonna mean that our ships are getting better served. And speaking of that, what kind of coastal fortification do we have in Tanganyika? Because I might be interested in building another 8-inch coastal battery there, just to make sure that it's gonna be fine. But we don't have the money for that now, so we need to be ready for that. Okay, without going into much more detail, let us look at Herta, because that's the ship that I identified as needing dire rebuilding. So Herta. We're gonna invest in Herta. The ship deserves it. So we're gonna replace... Well, actually, let's look at it a little bit before we do anything. So it's down to 18 knots from 20. It was built in 1889. So it is right now 16 years old and had never gone a major refit. Okay, so replacing machinery gives us 380 and it keeps the speed at 20. So if I increase that to 22, it's not a problem. We can give you the central firing, 3 positions, no problem. You can upgrade your 7-inch guns. You can upgrade your tertiary guns as well. Conning tower. It has a 4-inch belt. Gouging it wouldn't really fix anything. Yeah, we would still lose a little bit of speed. Yeah, so that doesn't really help us much. So let's not do that. Instead, we need to find a way how to save 8 weight here, which really is not a major issue. I can just lower the amount of ammo in the secondary guns. Okay, but it's gonna cost us 13,550, which is way more than we can afford at this point. Brandenburg is gonna be rebuilt in... Yeah, we can't do it. We don't have the money. And even when Brandenburg is done, we need to send Worth to be rebuilt. The Suzette is gonna be done in 5 months. And if you have a little bit of an increase in your budget, we could then... Oh no, it was still gonna be 315, so that's gonna be like still minus 1,000. What's more expenses? Research is fine. Construction, maintenance. Well, we have everyone in active fleet now because they're moving, but you can see that they are now in Baltic. We don't really have any tensions with anyone, so I could potentially... You are in reserve fleet. I wanted to keep the destroyers. Okay, so these heavy cruisers could probably be put to reserve. I mean, that's saving us a little bit of money. And the one in Northern Europe. Not bold. Any heavy cruisers? We do. So you guys can be put into reserve as well. So that saves us a significant amount again. Any more heavy cruisers that we could? Frederick can be assigned to reserve fleet again. As well, not again, as well, which saves us a little bit. And the Prince Heinrich, can you be in reserve when you are outside? No, you can't because you're not in a home area. Okay, so that's fine. We can keep them in the colonies in active duty. Okay, so that saves us a little bit of money. And when Suzette comes out, we can actually think about it. And we'll have a lot of saved money by then. Cool. The US government is offering to sell us the rights to hull construction and basic weight control for 2,200. Yes, we want that. So that is another 1% weight saving on the hull. Awesome. And we got a recent breakthrough. Light forces and torpedo warfare. Destroys up to 600 tons of displacement are available, which is great. Now let's look at the almanac and the technology. So we are behind? Really? We are behind. Russia is behind. Japan is behind. And Austria-Hungary is behind. Spain is backwards. Average is France and Italy. USA is advanced. And Great Britain is very advanced. That's crazy. We've been investing 12... I mean, yeah, considering the naval budget we have available is way lower than... It's less than half of what Great Britain has. And I kind of understand that, but still, that is a low blow. What kind of ships do you guys have? What's the heaviest battleship in your fleet? Nothing. 15,000. They have a new London class. Prince of Wales, 18 knots, 11-inch belt. That doesn't look... We don't know much about them. Spain. I have a feeling we really don't know what we're talking about with backwards rating, because they're really hurting United States badly. So I really don't trust that, but again, what can we do? Hella has finished on working up, and the US government is interested in buying the rights to armor-piercing projectiles, reliable bursting charge for 2,900. We have spotless relations with them, and they're buying it for more than we bought their technology, so that's actually a good trade. Research breakthrough ship design. Main battle wing turrets. Enables main battle wing turrets with caliber larger than 10 inches. And research breakthrough submarine. Improved coastal submarine. Better operating range for coastal submarines. And we get a naval gun. 12-inch guns of quality 0. Yes. Amazing. That is a huge bonus to us. Awesome. That is really great. So coming in 3 months. I can always pause the reconstruction of our cruiser ahead. But it was really expensive. I mean, we would be bleeding about what? 700 per month, so we could do it for 10 months. Which is honestly more than enough. Let's just wait. Let's wait a little bit longer. A delegation from the major dockyard complained that without new contracts, they risk having to reduce capacity. Keeping 25% of total capacity busy will prevent this. Yeah, we're again low on that. So how about you reach out to me with some kind of offer, guys? You know, you can give me discounts. You can motivate me just to stop bitching and, you know, do something. The guy has made an ill-considered statement about Japan. What is your response when asked by a foreign journalist? Try to explain the quote was taken out of context. Agree. Try to explain that it was taken out of context. That could give us a little bit of extra. Okay, recent breakthrough torpedo technology. And here we can see the 3,000 range at 15 knots. And the 28 knot torpedo is at 1,000 range. So that's getting a little bit more dangerous. In an engagement in the Caribbean between US and Spanish navies, the US ships Battleship North Carolina and Battleship New Mexico have been sunk. Spain was destroyer Alcedo. Jesus. They are really hurting United States, and we got a huge boost from that that prestige sacrifice, so we can now go and rebuild Hertha. So let's do again what we wanted to do, which is replace machinery up you to 22 knots, give you the central firing, and we can upgrade your guns. We can upgrade these guns, and we can lower the amount of shells for the secondaries. Okay, so for 10 months, it's going to be rebuilt at 1355 Reichsmark, but it's going to be a really decent rebuild because, yeah, the armor is pretty decent, the guns are better. Just feeling really bad about this. So how's the caliber 6 doing? 10,240 yards maximum range. 1,400 yards, 1.6 penetration. No, they still have better penetration than they had. Wow. We'll just keep it as this is. Actually, could we add... No, we can't add torpedo. I guess that can be only done during design of the place. Oh, it's fine. Okay, so I like this rebuild. We put the central firing, right? Yep. Cool. Yes, we want to go to the rebuild dialog and rebuild you. So you are now being rebuilt as well. Amazing. Okay, so a couple of months can be rebuilt, and we're still in positive. So this is great. Our economy is doing really good. Research breakthrough quality control. Gradual improvement in armor quality and 1% weight saving. Amazing. And research breakthrough hull construction. Testing tank for hull form. Reduces engine horsepower requirements. I'm not sure what that means, but okay. I guess the engines are smaller then. Captain Sorza Limekühler has shown himself to be of average quality. We're getting a lot of technologies here. Are we still seen as behind? No, now we're advanced. Okay. Cool. So from behind all the way to advanced. And because we now have a positive monthly balance, I'm thinking we are going to build more submarines. So what will the game now tell us? Remember, is 55, maintenance cost 20. So we're gonna build U5. Let's build 3 more. U6. No, actually, let's build. Yeah, let's build 3 more. U6. And when they're finished, we're gonna retire U1 and U7, because that one was a test platform. And you guys can stay in Northern Europe, that's fine. So okay, now we're in a slight deficit, but that is okay because in 3 months, no, in 1 month the Suzette is going to be done, and Brandenburg is going to be done in 3 months. Awesome. Our ship Suzette is commissioned into the Navy. And after a naval visit by France, you are asked by a journalist to comment on the visiting ships. You are impressed by their well-built and advanced ships with smart-looking crews and dashing and intelligent officers. You're happy to have hosted these fine ships. Yeah, let's go with the middle option. Great Britain and Spain is very high. And we get a research breakthrough fire control, 9 feet rangefinder, gradual national accuracy improvement, and research breakthrough turrets and gun mountings, mechanical shell handling, gradual national rate of fire improvement. Okay, let's look at the relations. So Spain now has 10 with Great Britain. Oh god, NATO has 9 with Austria-Hungary. Oh, that's interesting. They are after each other. So, wait. Where's the Corvette? You're mothballed. And you are working up. So I'm gonna put you to foreign stations. And we are going to scrap these older corvettes because they are really not good for us. So let's just scrap them. We wanted to do that for a long time, so they were disposed for, and we got 132 for them. So now we have only the Delphins, and we have the Fredericas, which is actually pretty good. Now I want to look at one thing here. If I wanted to build a new corvette, what would the game suggest? 1500 corvette. It doesn't have any mines or anything. Okay, then I was hoping that it would give me something. Now, if we wanted to build a battleship, actually, let's use the older design of the Donau. Because I think I'm going crazy. Look, oh, Jesus Christ, look at the weight remaining. And we can now actually put a torpedo defense on it, which we definitely would. That is not a question. We would speed it up to 22 knots. Yeah, I wanted to put it to 20,000 tons. I wanted to upgrade these guns to quality 0, which is just... wow, 16,720 yards. And it has still 6.8 inch penetration at that distance. That is just crazy. Okay, and these need to be upgraded to... could it go to 6? It could go to 6, couldn't it? Yeah. The central firing 11-inch turrets. Yeah, like this, that would work. It would be a completely new design, but it's coming from the Donau itself. Cost a huge amount, 70,000 to build, but again, this is just then our flagship. Without any... yeah, we don't have the steam turbine. Wonder when we're gonna get it. Slope deck. Is that the one? Yeah, slope deck. Still, this would be a really goddamn good ship. If worth a successor to Donau. The place. No, so they're symmetric, so 8 and 6 and 12. That would be really good. Okay, either way, we don't have the money and we don't have the time to build new battleships, so we're gonna have to focus on the Königs. And Weissenberg is gonna be done in 2 turns. So good. The Russian government is interested in buying the rights to hull construction and basic weight control. I mean, they're gonna get it anyway. They're gonna pay us for it. Okay, so let's give it to them. And now we finally have enough money. So let me just see, there were a couple of ships which I considered refitting as well. Which ones were they? Was it the Gavion? Yeah, I think it's the Gavions. Look at them. They're getting really old. So we replace the machinery here. Can make them slightly faster. Can we improve guns? We have 4-inch guns. Jesus. Really is not much to say. If we upgraded you, yeah, we could upgrade you to 3-inch secondaries. That would probably be it. Central firing. Costs about 4,000 to upgrade them, but that's, you know, for what it's worth. They're gonna get back to top-notch shape. Yeah, okay, let's do it. All okay. Yes, and we're gonna rebuild you. Okay, so now we're in a slight deficit, which is where we want to be. You're gonna be done in 1 month. So actually, with that said, I think I can already start the rebuild here of the wharf. So, wait, that's not what I wanted. I'm gonna rebuild it to this one. 14 months. Yeah, it's a big, complex rebuild, but it is worth it. Warship Brandenburg has finished reconstruction, and Great Britain honors alliance and joins USA against Spain. Cool. Tensions are high between our ally Austria-Hungary and Italy. How should we react? We should tell Austria-Hungary that we will support them whatever comes. Sure, we're gonna help them. In an engagement in northern Europe between Spain and British navies, the Spanish ships destroyer Furor and heavy class cruiser Infanta Maria Teresa had been sunk and they lost. Destroy Amazon. Well, Spain is definitely handing out big punches this time around, but I don't really think that, there's anything that they can do with this. That's just not gonna happen. Okay, Weautung Squadron is gonna get Brandenburg ship, and we're gonna move it to Asia. Where are you, Brandenburg? So you're gonna move ship to where is the Indian Ocean? Here in Northeast Asia. So goodbye and thanks for all the fish. It's October, we're doing good on money. We fixed pretty much every single problem that we had right now. So I'm really happy with that. Though, yeah, a war with Italy would probably not be great for us. But, together with Austria-Hungary, I am fairly certain we could take them down. And they do have positions in Indian Ocean that we could like. Do they have any ships there? They don't. We do. So we would then, I guess, move all of our fleet to the Mediterranean to try to block them. Or keep something in the Baltic. Is there any alliance that we need to think about? Italy has alliance with United States. Okay, so war with, but the United States are already at war, so that's kind of interesting. But also at war is allied with everyone, so that would be really interesting. I still want to see that. Oil has been discovered in South Africa, and research breakthrough fleet tactics improved signaling. Signaling errors are less likely. Okay. Nothing really interesting over here. Yeah, South Africa now has oil, which is great. I wish we had oil. It would make us so much happier and our life so much easier. But it's not meant to be. Okay, we're spending a little bit of money. Gavio and Hertha, putting the 2 Königs from Preußen in a year. Worth is being rebuilt. Good. End turn. Mechanical fire computer, gradual national accuracy improvement in fire control. And we are on our way to understanding improved explosive filler packing. Good, good, good. Tensions with Great Britain increased again, but it's fine. When's the base going to be finished? In 9 months. Okay. Well, it is what it is. You are due to hold a speech at the annual gathering of the Navy League. What will be the gist of your speech? We are prepared to safeguard our interests. The freedom of the seas is threatened by... Let's poke at Italy. Our scientists have made unexpected advance in machinery development. Steam turbine! And explosive shells, improved explosive filler packing, gradual increase in shell damage. A pro-Japanese coup has taken place in Borneo. And in an engagement in northern Europe between the British and Spanish navies, the British battleship Ramillies has been sunk and Spain lost heavy cruiser Reina Regente. Oh god, well that's not what I wanted to do. Damn. Okay, but I guess it's done. But we increased our budget significantly. So at least that's good. At least that's good. Yeah, and we're definitely running out of ships here to build. I was thinking we want to build more light cruisers of the Lubeck class, but those are actually already too old to be built. So if we take it as a new design, wow, look at that. And would Cooper's turbine be okay, or was that... It is! It is! We have just gotten the steel turbine. Look at how much weight we saved then. So if I get you to 25... Wow, I could get you to 27 knots! But that's just an overkill. Let's go with 25. I'd like to improve your... Wait, I don't think we can go with... Central firing, we need more of that. You have secondaries of 5 now, that's better. Let's put more of those there. Is this still classified as light cruiser? It is. Okay. An elevation gear. This is gonna be, yeah, it's identified as heavy cruiser, so light cruiser needs to be like 7. We have a 3-inch belt, central firing. We have the torpedo tubes. We can't carry any mines. Catapults. Yeah, we don't have any inventions in that regard. So what if we went with a 4-inch belt? Because I want to start improving our defenses. So 4-inch belt. 1-inch extension on both sides. Okay, not extended but upper belt. I think 60, we can lower the amount of shells over here. Threats to conning tower 4. Medium Europe protected cruiser. That's an old one. Yeah, we need slope deck. Okay, so that probably, yeah, that puts us back to 3 inches. But we could go with belt extended and upper belt protection as well. Especially if I lower this like so. Okay, so this is looking much better. Now, if we wanted the 4-inch belt, how much bigger would you have to be? 7,000 tons. That's not dramatically more. I'm actually okay with that. Is this still considered? No, it's considered as a heavy cruiser. Is it because of the size? No, it's the armor, isn't it? No, what? Wait, so if I give you orange belt and put this... Why are you... Is it the slope deck? No. Damn, so what is... The secondaries? What did I do here that irked you? No, I don't want to make you a heavy cruiser. Why? Okay, let's go about this logically, one step at a time, and see what's happening. So, coal plus turbine. It is could have improved main guns. Okay, let's do that, and improve the secondaries. Protected. Fire control, okay. Caliber, less than 9 caliber. Name, design is not legal. Okay, so if he called you Hansa. Now, design is not legal. Yes, we have too much unused displacement. That is okay. If I do it like this. Okay. So it was seen as a heavy cruiser this whole time. It's just that ships with this armor scheme cannot have upper belt. Okay. And half an inch like this. It's still seen as heavy cruiser. Okay. I don't know what it is actually though. That's making the distinction. So it was the... Okay, it is the belt. Yes, if we have more than 3 inches of belt armor, then it reclassifies as a heavy cruiser. So the secondaries are fine. Yes, the secondaries are fine. Okay. So now tell me, the assault deck is a heavy cruiser. Okay, never mind then. So protected cruiser? Yes, that's fine. Okay. So the upgrade is 26 knots, warp of speed, a great raider, belt of 3 inches, 7-inch guns, 8 would be a cruiser, so we're not gonna go there. 5-inch secondaries, that is amazing. We have a lot of shells everywhere, central firing, turret stop. Can't have upper belt, deck extended, engine priority, but if we went with reliability, that makes it too heavy. Wait, does it? No, it definitely does. Okay, never mind the normal. And torpedo defense, yeah, that would also be bad. Additional ornament, that's fine. Well, we're gonna keep the 50 weight on it for free. So, yep. So Hansa, that is our new light cruiser that we're gonna build. Let's auto place these guns. If I actually went with tertiary guns, would that... Oh, that would be permissible. Okay. So let's do that. Okay, light cruiser Hansa. We're fine with you. 2,229. Yes. Okay, so we'll have a little bit of a light cruiser to get built. And that's going to be a worthy successor to the Woodbacks. Good. Oh, and it was already January? Oh, yes, I went too far. My apology. I did not realize the date. The Kaiser wants to hold an international naval gathering with a sailing regatta and a competition. This will strengthen our international standing, but we're gonna pay for it. This is not a good time. Yes, let's go with it. That's gonna lower the tensions. And we're working on the problem of damage control training. And we found a new research area. Our scientists report they have discovered anti-submarine warfare. Nice. So that's depth charge throwers. And in the battle in the Mediterranean between the British and Spanish navies, the British ship light cruiser Psyche and heavy cruiser Cressy has been sunk. Spain lost heavy cruiser Cataluna and Princesa de Asturias. And in another engagement, American ship Warrington has been sunk. How are they doing that? Jesus. Spain is down to 82,000 tons. But USA is down to 219,000. And Great Britain is down to 502. Jesus, you guys are just kicking them in the head. That's amazing. But a little disconcerting as well. But okay, we're gonna end it here. We're rebuilding Geffion, Hertha. We're building Friedrich Wilhelm I and Friedrich II, both Königs von Preußen. We're rebuilding the Werf battleship of the Weisenberg class. We have repositioned our ships. The naval base in Tanganyika is going to be upgraded in 7 months, which is going to give us another 500, which I believe will be enough for us to actually keep building more Königs, 2 more Königs, and the first ship of the Hansa class. So that is a really good thing. Though it is a question if we don't want to look at the König and rebuild it with modern technology, because we have went a long way. So this one could immediately be better. We could add more armor, upgrade its guns, upgrade its firing. Yep, that really wouldn't be much of an issue. Which one? This ship. So torpedo protection, okay. If you put that on, you would need to make 11,000. But that wouldn't really matter, would it? 8, 10, 3. Yeah, we're probably gonna design a new ship once these are finished, and we're gonna start building more heavy cruisers, but of that class. Cool. Anyway, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it. Another very long episode, but a lot has happened. We're, really getting into the meat and bones of this game. Quite a lot of things are really close to happening. I really wonder if this is gonna happen, because that would be cool. And again, Spain is just, I don't know how they're doing it, but, you guys deserve all of our respect for what you did. You do. You truly, truly do. So, anyway, see you next time.